everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. Today is Mixed Media Frenzy and we are scrap lifting that video, oh my goodness, that picture you see right there in the upper right hand corner. I am using my Hip Kit Club kits from this past month, October, to make this layout. I'm using this paper here that has this little tag on it. And you can see that in the layout that we are scrap lifting. There's a tag there as well with some string. So that's basically what I'm going to do. So I'm going to kind of follow this layout almost the same as it is. Just a few things are going to be different. I'm also going to use this little vellum piece and I'm going to put that around my photo a little bit to kind of separate it because there's going to be a lot of color on my background, as you can see, just like theirs. And it's going to be a lot of that bright deep orange and some other yellow in there as well. And I'm going to use this sheet of paper also. I can't remember which collection this is though that I got this from. I think it's Simple Stories collection for the fall that we got in the Hip Kit Club kits. And I'm going to use this one to kind of back my whole photo. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to distress the edges as well. And I kind of got all this together first because I knew there was going to be a lot of mixed media that I was going to be doing on my background. So I kind of wanted to get my photo all picked and figured out. So now my photo is a photo of my two girls. We went to a little pumpkin farm and they took a picture in front of the Charlie Brown Great Pumpkin sign, which is super cute. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the mixed media. So now what I'm using here is I'm using white cardstock. This cardstock is Vicki Boutin's foundation paper I'm using. I love her foundation paper. It holds up really well to any mixed media and I couldn't live without it. So also gessoing it with some clear gesso. And the first color that you're going to see me use is, sorry, I gotta see here, Marigold Yellow Orange. So it's got a little bit of yellow and orange in it. It's kind of like a bright color. And I'm doing the packaging technique, as you can see, and these are magical powders. So they have like all these different colors in them, and the yellow and the orange is in there. Sometimes you see little streaks of other colors as well when you mix them. So they're really pretty cool and fun to use, and I really like them a lot. So the colors that we got these in the Hip Kit Club as well. And I get the color kit every month with my main kit. And I have like so many now. So it's like really cool because if I'm ever looking for a certain color, I can bet you I have it. So that's why I love getting the color kit. And you get these really neat, cool, different kinds of colors and ink pads and all kinds of things. So super cool. So now what I'm doing is I'm dabbing it up with my paper towel to make it a little bit lighter. And now I'm going to go in, and this one is also a magical powder, and it's called Red Hot Poker Orange. So this one is a little bit deeper, darker orange color. And I'm going to do this one on top of it, sort of, because I want it mostly to be dark. I only want a little bit of that other bright orange coming through, that orangey yellow color coming through the edges of my layout. So now I know this looks like a hot mess, but most of it's going to get covered up, guys. So don't fret. It will get covered up. I used to be afraid of mixed media, but now I enjoy it very much because I've learned to just kind of go with it and kind of just don't give up on it, and things always turn out just fine. And the layouts end up looking really nice. So all I'm doing is like how they have it. I'm building up my different colors for my background first, and I'm dabbing it up, as you can see, and that is the magic of gesso. It really holds up well and it protects like a sealant on your paper. So like if I got a baby wipe, I could actually make that even lighter if I wanted to with the baby wipe, the color. So yeah, and it's really I always use gesso whenever I do any type of mixed media, so I'll just put it that way. But now what I'm doing is I'm just going in and doing a whole mess of splatters And I do splatters with both the colors. And that's kind of how it's going to go. Now you can see a little bit of gold shine in him, and that's in the magical powders as well. Sometimes you'll get a little shine, and sometimes like a little shimmer, and sometimes you'll get kind of gold tints in it as well, depending on the colors that you're using. So now what I'm doing is I'm distressing the edges of the paper because you can't really tell in the upper right hand corner on the layout, but they did distress the edges and they also inked it with some orange ink. So what I did is I used my orange ink. This is an archival ink and it's marmalade, and I did it on the edges, as you can see, to kind of give it that distressed, really cool look. Now I'm using this one as well, and this is like a spiced orange, I believe it's called, and it's also archival ink as well. And I'm using my little stamp because if you look really closely, they have a lot of stamping in the background, and some of it's orange and some of it's black. So I decided to go in with this darker orange to kind of and just the oh my goodness, what am I trying to say? The stamp that I'm using is a mixed media stamp by Bo Bunny, and I picked this up a long time ago at Tuesday Morning. I use these a lot on my layouts whenever I do some mixed medias, backgrounds, and this one is one of my favorites because it gives the page a lot of texture and looks really super cool on your backgrounds. It gives it that grungy look, and I love that look on my layouts. So that's basically what I'm trying to do here. So now I'm going to take some of the black archival ink and I'm going to put some black on there too, because the pumpkin has a little bit of black in it on my photo, and I wanted to give some pops of black in there, kind of like they have on their layout as well. So now I'm just going around, and I'm just doing it here and there where I think I want it to be. So there's no right or wrong way here. I'm not copying that layout. It's only supposed to give me inspiration to do my own, and that's basically what I'm doing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up my photo with some craft foam. And as you can see, half the photo is going to cover up a lot of that to begin with. And then I'm also going to be coming in with some other stuff too, which you'll see in a minute. And so there's my photo, all nice and popped up and ready to go. And now they kind of did their twine in a little loop, and I thought that was cute. So I decided to do it with mine too. So now what I did is I used my die cutting machine and I die cut some of these leaves out with some pattern papers from my Hip Kit Club as well. So that's those that you see. And I'm also going to use these leaves that I bought a long time ago at Hobby Lobby. It was an orange sticker sale, and they were fall leaves, and I just bought them because I knew one day I might use them, and here I am using them. So you never know. And for the price, you can't go wrong when it's the orange sticker sale. So I always pick up whatever I see. So now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of making some clusters here on this side. And then I'm going to come in and do the left-hand side. And then I'm going to do the upper left corner as well with some. And I'm just kind of like doing like they did in theirs. They have these different types of leaves, all different types of pattern leaves and stuff like that. And you could tell they use some die cuts, it looks like. And that's basically what I'm doing as well. So I'm going to kind of make a little cluster up here as well. And I'm just sticking some of those leaves in between to kind of give it a little more color and pop on my layout. Because I like the mixture of both kind of together. I think it looks really, really cool. So then they used a wooden leaf, it looks like, on the left-hand corner here. So I decided to use one as well because I had one in one of my kits, and I kind of like distressed it a little bit with my archival orange color that I used around the edges of my layout. I used it on top of the wood veneer as well. So now what I'm doing is I'm just gluing everything down, gluing down all of my leaves. While I'm doing that, I just want to remind you all not to forget to check out the other ladies in Mixed Media Frenzy. I will have all their links down below. We also have a Facebook group now that you can join, and you can come and you can show us your layouts in the Facebook group, and you can see everybody else's and get some inspiration. I will have that link also down below as well, so you could check it out. And also in our Mixed Media group, we are also every Friday at the end of every month, the last Friday of the month, We have a hop for Instagram and YouTubers, and you can, or you could just play along as well if you don't have a YouTube or Instagram, and you can post your layouts and show us what you did, and also post it on your social media, which is super cool. So I'm still gluing. This took me a few minutes. I try to cut out as much as possible so you guys aren't bored with the gluing. I did use some Fibertex glue though for the leaves that are fabric, because they won't stick very well with just the Scotch glue, and the Fibertex glue, that's what it's for. It's for fabric. So that's what I did. So then I wanted to bring in some of that gold, so just little pops of it. So I decided to use some of these gold leaves that were in the collection as well from my Hip Kit Club kit. And I love these gold leaves. They're so perfect for holidays to put on your layouts. And they do bring that nice pop of color on them. So I used a couple of them. We got one big sheet with a whole bunch of phrases, sayings that had leaves on it and things like that. And then we got this little one here. And I'm sorry, I don't remember what the collection is. It might be Simple Story. No, I don't think it is Simple Stories. But this is Simple Stories, this thicker sheet that I'm using. And my title is going to be Hello Fall. And there were a couple of these cute pumpkins on this sheet as well, so I decided to use those. Simple Stories has some really cute stuff. That chipboard sheet is also, I think it's Simple Stories. I'm almost sure. And now I'm going to be using, I had this one little banner black and white piece that I decided to use, and it just says it's the perfect day, and because they had fun, and it was a perfect day. So now what I'm going to do is, you see they have some, it looks like birds. I didn't have a bird stamp, so I decided to use butterflies, because I do have butterflies. Oh, I'm sorry. First I'm going to put the arrow here, because you see they have some arrows. So I just used one of my stamp arrows and kind of stuck it above that little saying. And now I'm going to go in with the butterflies. So I'm just using the archival ink. Now the reason I use archival ink is because it's permanent, and if anything gets wet or anything like that, it won't run. So it dries really quickly and is permanent. So that's why I use it. So I just put kind of 3 over here, and then I'm going to stick a couple on the left hand side as well. And I think that's it. That's all I do, guys. So there is the layout, and I just love the way this turned out. I think it's so pretty. And I love the, I will have the information on who we scrap lifted. I will have all their information in my description box as well, so you could check them out if you'd like. And that's it. So here are your close-ups. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you. Just hit that red subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. So there it is, guys. See the little bit of gold in there? It's so pretty. And that's it. So I want to thank you all for watching, and remember, stay crafty. Bye.